I also wanted to talk about what it's like to be an older mom, especially an older mom of a bunch of children. And I guess 32 was when I had my first one, but I guess 32 in hindsight isn't that that old. But I felt really old at 32 having my first one. But when I went to the Plunkett group that we went to, because I was actually pretty insecure about it being 32, and I guess you always feel old at no matter what age you are. And to me, honestly, age does not matter at all. Like I'm not worried about age and saying how old I am. I look at people who are older than me or my mom or just somebody who's made it really late in life, and I think, wow, that's amazing that you've made it to there. Like there's so many things in this world that want to kill you, or um you like just not making it, and just being able to see my kids grow and see and being people being able to see their kids and friends and things like that. That's what I think is most important. Um, and I don't think people necessarily are worried about age. I think they're worried about what comes with age, just like the way you look and how that changes and everything. And I do struggle with that because I do struggle with body dysmorphia, and that's been another thing that's been really tough with having children is just how it, what's gone on with my body, which I'll do another post, but just for now, I remember being insecure that 32, I felt, oh, geez, I felt really old. But then I went to my Plunkett group for the first time with my first daughter. And when we got there, I was actually the youngest first time mom because there was another mom who was 33 and that was her first one. And then there was another one who was 39, her first one. And then there was one that was 41 that had her first one. So I was like, oh, okay, this, of course there were some that were like 22 and 19 and stuff, but majority of them were actually older moms. And I'm noticing through school, through all that stuff, it's like the parents are a bit older, and yeah, it's I don't know. And having gone through that at like 32, and then having one at 34, and then having another one at 38, and then 40, two at 38, and then 40. Yeah, I actually am pretty happy that I waited until I did to have kids because I think you never know what that responsibility is and how much your life changes until you have them. And so I think if I would have missed out on a lot of experiences in my life, and I would have had different experiences, of course. But um, no, I'm very, very happy how it worked out being 32 and, getting married at 32 and all that stuff. I'm happy with how it worked. But I guess when you think about it, it seems like, oh, that's really old and stuff. And I kind of wonder too that if I would have started younger, would I possibly had more children? But I do think that you just know when that is your last one because somebody did say to me, you just get over the newborn phase and you just know that that's it. And I was kind of a bit worried after the twins because I didn't feel that. I was like, oh, I don't know. I just feel like maybe another one should be coming or something. And so I wasn't too surprised when I ended up getting pregnant with Sadie, even though we were not trying at all. Um, so, but after having her, I realized like I am done. So my husband's had a vasectomy because we've decided that's the best thing to do. And yeah, and I am not interested in having another child. I don't feel clucky when I see other people with babies. Like I'm actually interested and excited to kind of move on to the next phases. Although I am grieving the fact that they are getting older. I mean, it's great that they are, but it's still sad at the same time because my first one now, like she was my baby and my everything, and she's 9 and she just doesn't need me as much, and she's very independent, which is amazing. But at the same time, it's like, like you kind of miss where they just want you and need you all the time and everything. But yeah, so that's just my experience being an older mom. I thought it was an amazing thing for me. And yeah, I'm not sure how other people feel. I know that some people, I met some lady who thought that it was great to have her kids really young. She said because then when her kids are grown in her 40s and they can have their life back. And at the time I was like, oh, well, that kind of sounds true. But now I realize it's not true. You never really get your life back. Like you get different aspects of you. But I think any younger than that would have been way too young for me to lose myself, which I have lost myself in being a mom. And that's another thing I have to work at getting back. So, yeah, so for me, I was really happy to be an older mom. So, yeah.